Alright, I just got my new package here from Long Island Model Works. I've got all four of my cars should be in here for my South Shore equipment. My two Nippon single level commuters and my two gallery cars. So let's take a look and we'll see what we have. And here's something moving around in there. What's nice about getting a kit in the mail is it's less likely to have something broken. Alright. Well, looks like I've only got two in here. Let's see what they are. They might just be shipping two at a time, which is a very good possibility. Alrighty. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Oh, here we are. Alright, so here we have the trucks and the bolsters and some other parts. Alright, and these are the gallery cars, obviously. Here are the bi-level windows. And it looks like they've got everything in there pretty well. Looks like I'll probably have to cut them out and put them in individually. So, that's that. Let's see what else we have here. I've never had anything like this before, so this is pretty cool for me. Alright. Ooh, there's two floors, so I might have both cars. So here's the floor for the bi-level. You can see where they have the motor mounts and stuff for the proto setup. Got a lot of flack to clean off there, or whatever it's called. I'm not actually sure. But as you can see the ends here. Platforms need to be cleaned up a little bit. So there's that. Let's see what the bodies look like. Don't want to break anything, so I'm going to try to be as gentle as I can, since I've never opened anything like this before. Oh no, these are single level cars. Alright. Well, there it is. So you move it over here so you can see it a little bit better. So it's got the holes and everything. I should say the spots for all the parts. It's already got the electrical equipment up on top. It's very nice. I'll go through, do all the easy stuff first, and I'll go through and do the little stuff. You can see I've got their name in there, Island Model Works. I'm really looking forward to doing these. I can see there's a lot of crap up here. I don't know how difficult casting is to get details, but you can see there's maybe you can see there's a little hole there in between the car body and this little detail part where the casting didn't do the best job. So I'll do the best I can cleaning this up. Well, before I go any further, let's take a look at the other one. These are kind of last minute casts since they were moving. Oh, there's a big hole in that one. I don't know if you guys can see that. Maybe if we go this way, you can see that hole there. I'm not sure that that's supposed to be like that, but that's something that'll have to be filled. But this is a pretty sturdy, pretty solid resin model. It'll be interesting going through and cleaning it up, painting it. I've never done anything like this before, so it'll be an interesting experience to say the least. So, without further ado, let's put these guys back in here, get rid of some of this excess paper. There's certainly a lot of dust that comes with these. Let's put these in here. flatten this stuff out a little bit. There we go. Put that in there like that, and close that up. So those are the single level cars. Oh, didn't even read it, but there it is. It says right there. Alright, so that's out of the way. Oop. Another set of windows. Can't forget those. Didn't even see them. Alright, here comes the second box. This should be the gallery cars. Let's check. Yep, right on the end of the box. Chicago, South Shore, and South Bend gallery cars. Number 8049. Alright. So, here we have more trucks and bolsters. Obviously the cab windows. It'll be interesting. I'm not sure how I'm going to get these side frames onto the proto trucks. I'm not sure how they mount. But those will be on there. I plan to use the Proto 1000 RDCs to power these cars, which I have two of. One of them currently has DCC installed already. And that would be my Rock Island model, which I'll go through and show you guys a little bit later after I go through this stuff. I still have some research to do about this stuff to find out what kind of glue I should be using, or cement or whatever, like that plastic cement and whatnot. I'm very new to this stuff. These are my first two kits. I've never done a resin kit, whether it's a building or otherwise, so this is going to be a very interesting experience. Let's put that there. Let's see what this is. Hopefully you guys can still see. I'll turn it a little bit. There you go. Alright, so I do have the floors here. So it's got a bit more equipment on it. I've been told that I need to weigh these down a little bit, so we'll see what happens once I get the motor in them. I'm only going to motorize one of these cars and one of the other cars, and I'll run them as pairs. This one's got some kind of clear stuff on the end here. Well, I'll go through with a file and lightly with a razor, and I'll trim up some of this stuff, clean it up a bit so it looks better, and hopefully I can get it looking like a professionally done model. Like I said, I've never done anything like this before, so I'll keep you guys updated with pictures. I'm trying to kind of stay away from the videos a little bit. I know a lot of people, or many people, don't have high-speed internet or a good internet connection, and sometimes it's easier just to look at pictures. I mean, it's pretty much self-explanatory what's going on for the most part. But I'll do a short update on the layout after this. I kind of want to keep it specific to the South Shore cars. And here's one of the gallery cars. Well, this is really light, this is really thin. So there's one of the ends that'll be towards the inside, because these are running pairs, at least as far as I know. And that looks pretty good. Not a whole lot of stuff to clean up on that side. It's got the detailed electric stuff on top. Some more dust and dirt from casting. Again, Island Model Works on the inside. You can see how this is a little bit more updated. It's a little bit cleaner looking. The die is definitely a lot newer. There's a lot less junk on these, from what I can see. Or it might be older, I don't know. And here's the front. So this is what the green windows are for up here on the cab. So they're shaded. You got the number boards. You got your MU lines, places for your headlights. And these will be fully functioning ditch lights, headlights, and classification lights for both cars, and for both ends of these. I'm not sure if I'll chop these off and put on working diaphragms or not, but we'll see what happens. I just intend to run these as pairs for now. The reason I got these as quickly as I did after I found out about them is because they were moving, and they said they might be discontinuing this model, so I wanted to get a pair of these as soon as I could so I didn't miss out. So let's grab the other one and inspect it quick, and I'll hop over to the layout and give you guys an idea of what's going on and what's coming up here soon. Alright. So here's the second one. So you can see, obviously it's the same. Looks to be in relatively the same condition. Looks like a couple of parts might have gotten a little thin, a little bit of bubbling and popping on there. But I think this will be relatively easy to clean off some of this junk here. A flash, that's what it's called. I keep calling it flack for some reason. I'll cut out the windows. I'll take a nice soft file and file everything down. I'll clean up all the little grooves, all the fluting, and I'm not sure if I'm going to paint these for South Shore or for CM&N. I thought about painting these up in CM&N passenger colors just because that's my railroad, and these look really cool. I'm actually not a big fan of the South Shore paint scheme on these, but I know some people that are really into it might not care for that. Another thing I'm looking into doing is possibly cutting off all these little details like the hand grabs and that, and installing my own wire grabs so it's a little bit nicer detail. If anything, I can always do that at a later date and just repaint and decorate the model. These seem to be in slightly better condition than the Nippon cars, although this one does have some damage to the roof. I don't know what happened there. I don't have any on this model, but you can see this little bit in here, where that is from pulling it out of the mold or whatever, on the roof, it's gobbled up. There's actually a hole there from where you can see it was trying to get pulled out, and there's a couple of cracks. So I might email them and ask them about that, because I have no idea how to repair that other than to go over it. And there's a little bit of a hump if you look at the top. So I might find out about sending this back and getting a different one, because I don't like that at all. And I paid $60 a piece for these cars, which to me, for something that you have to do all the work to get them together, isn't, I guess, that bad of a price. But for me, at the moment, it's a good chunk of money, especially when I have to buy the Bud RDC cars for their drives, tear those apart, and then it's going to be another $100 a piece for electronics and lighting. So I'm looking at a $240 investment, approximately, with tax and shipping, per model. $240 just for this car. Another $240 for that one, and $240 a piece for the other cars. So I mean, that's almost $1,000 worth of models, and I have one that's got a hole in the roof, or you can see where there was a hole. You can see some kind of glue or something there. We tried to fix it and it just didn't work out. So I'm happy with all three except for this one. The first two are kind of rough. The third one here wasn't too bad, but this one I'm not happy with. I'm going to call him and find out about getting this replaced. And if he lets me keep it and is willing to send me a different one, I'll practice on this one first. So I'll find out if I can do that. I'll take a couple pictures, email it to him, and go from there. So I'll be posting this up directly after I'm done with this, so this will only be a few minutes before you see it, hopefully. I am not planning on putting interiors or lighting inside of these for the interior, but like I said, I'll be doing the headlights, the ditch lights, classification lights on both sets, and DCC in them, so they will be powered and everything. And I'll be doing all kinds of cool pictures with them. I found some pictures online that I really like of a set of these getting pulled in a freight train, getting towed to their destinations. And I think that's really cool. So I'll do some different scenes replicating that. And as I do this, I have my new shops up, or I have my new shop I got at a Wise NMRA division meet. And as I build these and I get them on the rolling chassis, I'll have these getting their pictures taken in the shop so it looks like it's working in the shop. I'm thinking for the fans here, if I can find better vents, I'll actually drill those out and I'll put actual better looking vents in there. And I'm going to try to get some detailed pictures. We actually go down to Chicago and take some really good detailed pictures and footage of these things so I can have something to reference instead of Googling them every time I want to see it. Another thing I'm noticing now is that they're not exactly straight. These are a little bit bowed. I have no idea what I'm basically walking into here as far as how much work this is going to involve. It doesn't look too bad to me. I've had a few warnings, but I figure, you know what, it's worth a shot. So I'll clean them up, I'll work on them a bit, and I'll let you guys know what's going on. And that's really all I have for you guys right now. I'll package these up. I'll take a couple pictures of this one, send it to that guy, package these up, and get to work. So with that, I hope everyone has a good week. Watch out for the snow if you're anywhere there's snow. And till next, actually, I do want to show you guys a couple of things real quick here. Let me get this taken off. I only have a few minutes left. Alright. So, some of you who are following my layout updates might know I've been working on these lights for a little while. I finally got all the wiring done. I've got 7 lights up on the layout. I've got my poles up, although I will be getting away from the copper, and I will be using the phosphor bronze. And I'm still waiting on a couple of those towers from Rinse Relics. I'm also going to find out if he can make some 4-track wide ones to go over these areas. Excuse me. That would be really cool. I know I went down to the Chicago Auto Show and I finally got to see some of the overhead and it was really neat. But I've got the working lights. I've got my poles up with the orange beads as glass insulators for the Chicago South Shore. I've got my first piece of traction I've had in a while. I bought a Eaton custom engineering pole for it. I'll be using a PCC car to power it. I'll drill a hole there for the headlight, so that'll work. I'll put DCC and it will be able to toggle back and forth between overhead and track power as my South Shore cars will. There's one of my RDCs. I actually have this guy here, which I'll show you real quick because I want to show you what kind of speeds these guys are capable of. I was really quite disappointed with it. And I'm going to find out about re-gearing the system. So let's get... Whoop. For some reason I'm missing power. Alright, here we go. So... Okay, at about a half throttle. Whoop. He's derailed. These guys have a good bit of weight to them, so I might use some of those parts for the South Shore cars. Alright, so this is full throttle. There really is no difference between half throttle and full throttle on these guys. I don't know why they're limited that way, but they are. So I'll show you here. Okay, we'll get up to speed. There's half throttle. That's full throttle. There's really no difference in sound. So obviously the engine's limited. I don't know if it's the RPMs get up that high that fast and it won't go any quicker, or if there's another electronic governor in there. But we'll see what happens. I might gut this one right away. I don't know. But I'll be using the guts, the power systems, electrical systems in these, and possibly even the LEDs for the South Shore cars. I've got possibly 2 more on the way because I do really like these cars. I don't want to just junk them and have nothing left. But these fans might actually make good candidates for the South Shore cars. I think they are a bit big, but we'll see what happens. I also need to find out where I can get the 3-chime all forward facing horns that are on a level plane. They're not in a triangular formation for my Nippon cars. I haven't found any at my hobby shop, and he had, as far as we know, pretty much everything that's available to Walthers. So I'm going to keep looking around, see if I can't find them. And for now, that's it. So I'll throw this on YouTube, get it on Facebook so you guys can check it out. And until next time, take care.